The Great Bin by K.D. Merchant. A thunderous flapping of wings echoed across the near-empty parking lot, followed by a loud chattering of caws as the unkindness congregated for the day. Sharpbeak the Dappled landed on the black can of giving and glared down at the mess of other ravens that waited for the daily offerings. Surveying the group, he noted that a new head bobbed amidst the mass of other birds, just on the outside of the group. "What's your name?" Sharpbeak demanded, and fluttered his wings towards the stranger. The rest of the unkindness turned to look at the new bird. It cleared its throat and puffed its feathers out in a way that it hoped would be disarming. "Folks call me Fickle Pine," Fickle Pine said, taking a hop forward and shaking his black head that shimmered blue in the time of the young sun and the yellow leaves. "What brought you before us today, Fickle Pine?" Sharpbeak questioned. The human who tended the building stopped in the spot furthest the building and exited the vehicle, smelling like they were wearing the same clothes as the day before. "A fire from the east burnt my home. The folks got separated and I'm just passing through and thought I would check to see what this commotion was all about," Fickle Pine said. He was from the woodlands and had never seen a gathering of ravens so large. The one that spoke to him from the tall, flat gray perch was going gray and white in places. He had never known that ravens could turn white. "Welcome, then, friend. I am Sharpbeak, and we are the ones who worship the Great Bin," Sharpbeak cawed, stomping a foot on the top of the trash can. "What's the Great Bin?" Fickle Pine asked. The employee had smoked a cigarette and watched the large bird gathering, as most of the group watched him too. He blew out the last puff of smoke, twisted the butt into the ground beneath his heel, and leaned into his car, pulling out a red box half filled with wilted fries. He tossed the fries with one big heave of his arm, and he watched the ravens descend on yesterday's dinner before disappearing into the building. "Please join me in giving thanks for what this day will bring," Sharpbeak called out to those squabbling over the fries on the ground. The birds all raised their beaks to the air. "Thank you, O Great Bin, for providing us with full bellies day after day." Day after day, the rest of the ravens cawed. Fickle Pine just watched the interaction with wonder. "I come from the forest. I am curious. What is the Great Bin?" Fickle Pine inquired again. "This can beneath my feet is the Great Bin. Stand there and watch. Before the sun is high, you will see why we worship its greatness," Sharpbeak announced, ruffling his feathers while holding his head high. Fickle Pine did just that. He sat and watched as person after person disposed of food into the bin. Sharpbeak would go in and retrieve it and toss the food to the birds on the ground. None of the birds went hungry. He picked a worm from the nearby roots of a tree that had a rare patch of dirt in the asphalt jungle. The birds to him seemed crazed over the bin and the food within. "Is this the only food you eat?" Fickle Pine asked another raven, who also seemed to be losing the gleam of what should be its inky black coloring. White patches were appearing on its stomach. "Yep, my family has been here for generations. The bin provides." The raven pointed its beak skyward. "When did the whites start appearing?" Fickle Pine pointed to the patches with its beak. "You eat from the bin long enough, and it blesses you with spots. We believe it comes from a well-fed diet," the bird said. A slap hit the ground as Sharpbeak threw a yellow wrapper at Fickle Pine. He nuzzled the paper until half a burger became exposed to the autumn light. "Taste it. Taste it. Taste it. Taste it!" The whole group cajoled. Fickle Pine was a little bit concerned about their love of this strange idol. He nibbled the morsel and spit it out in disgust. "That's foul," Fickle Pine managed, blinking tears from his eyes. That food did not taste like anything he had tried before, and he could not understand why the birds were mesmerized. "You do not accept what the bin offers?" Sharpbeak asked dangerously. Nah, thank you. Fickle Pine shook his head. Sharpbeak made a very upsetting, throaty chirp, and all the black birds descended upon the new bird. Get out! Only those devout to the bin may stay here! Sharpbeak wailed like a mad thing from the top of the trash can. The rest of the birds tried to pluck his feathers as they chased him from the parking lot to the skies and miles away from their beloved bin. Fickle Pine found a beautiful spot behind a store where fresh water streamed from a tree-framed hillside. He landed and soon found a millipede that tried to scuttle beneath a rock. It gave no resistance as he snapped it up, perfectly content with the wealth the earth had to offer. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and enjoy my story. If you did enjoy it, please take the time to like, comment, follow, or subscribe, whichever you prefer. Thanks so much. Till next time, KD Merchant.